All right, guys. Peace and blessings, music millionaires and peacemakers. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of the day that you are listening to this particular podcast and watching it live on YouTube. I want to just say I hope that your day, guys, is going great for you. Trying something different. This is the first time ever that I'm actually doing a live podcast slash a YouTube video at the same time. So you guys got to work with me on this. First, and probably the only time I'll do this. I don't know. It all depends on how it works out. But just been real busy, guys. You know, for those of you who know me personally and you call me and talk to me, you know I just got out of ceremony. So, you know, we've been real busy when it came to that. Firstly, let's make sure that you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, give me some thumbs up and forgive the train. All right. And I'm going to do a check here. All right. So, yes, we got sound. Good. All right, guys. Peace and blessings, man. Appreciate you guys chiming in. Really wanted to tap into some very important things for you guys who are in the music industry and also guys who are looking to better your YouTube channel. For those of you who are getting ready to start up your YouTube channel. Oh, so before I get started, I'm going to repeat this throughout this particular live stream. The YouTube channel name that we're going to be doing the promotion and marketing you guys music is going to be called Indie Goats. Literally Indie Goats. And if you want your music featured on that channel, like I told you, I'll be promoting you guys free. Make sure you send me over your music that you want us to feature, and then I'll send you over, or somebody on my team will send you over basically an agreement saying that you authorize us to use your music. So I want to get that out of the way because I told you guys we're going to be promoting you guys and basically doing something never done before. And I'm going to try to work it out so it really works. But for the most part, man, I don't know if you guys been keeping up with things and keeping up with the channel. Look out for the next video that's coming out tomorrow. I like the video. It's a new format for us, but I don't necessarily know the quality was good. Something was going on with the camera, and I've been having issues with that. But look out for it. It drops tomorrow. So if you're a new subscriber or you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so that and click the bell notification so that you're notified that the new video is coming out. But I want to do something different, guys. I want to talk about 5 ways you guys can promote your music and your channel for free, okay? Promotion is the heart behind your music. I don't care what you're doing or whatever you're doing when it comes to the music business, you have to be able to market and promote your music. If you're not marketing and promoting your music, you're doing all of it for nothing. Even if you're just marketing simply to potential clients that you're selling beats to or fans. But I want to give you guys 5 ways to promote your music, and at the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys $50 free to market with a company that I really like. They reached out to me. They asked me to promote them even more because they appreciated something I did previously with them. So they gave all you guys something for free. But before we get started, peace and blessings to Black Fence MG10. Oh, excuse me, Black Fence MG101. Peace and blessings to Martellus Coat. I'm not going to even try to pronounce your last name, brother. WJ Walker 44, what's good? Mary Johnson, peace and blessings. And Camille McKay, peace and blessings to you all for chiming in on the channel and being here. All right. But the very first thing I want to tell you guys is, as far as promoting your channel or promoting your music for free, if you got a website, the #1 thing that you need to do that costs you nothing is your search engine optimization. All right. You got to make sure that your search engine optimization basically is on point. And what I mean by search engine optimization is basically your relevance in the search engine, the web. Peace and blessings, Christopher Tate. What's going on, brother? Good morning to you as well. SEO allows your website or your music to be found, or your YouTube channel to be found. And so you want to optimize that. And the best way to optimize that is, for example, if you are making music similar to your favorite artist or a popular artist at that time, then you want to make sure you put the proper tags on either your website or in the music or wherever you're posting it at, okay? You want to make sure that if your music is like Amigos, or if your music is like a Tekashi 6ix9ine, or if your music is similar to any of those people, you want to add that. Secondly, you want to make sure that you put hip hop, rap, rock, country, things of that nature, so that that relevance is related to your music. You know what I mean? Because that's what really the algorithms nowadays, which mostly are AI supported, that's what they look for. They look for relevance. So if your music is anywhere in that particular genre, you want to make sure that you tag your music and make sure that your search engine optimization is good. Now, we can delve deep into search engine optimization. We not really want to go that far because I want to give you guys options to ask questions when it's all said and done. Something that you guys are not utilizing. You're not utilizing your social media. And what I mean by that, you're not utilizing the Twitter properly. You're not using Facebook properly. You're not using Instagram properly. You're not using Snapchat properly. You got to learn how to use these things, guys. These things are dynamic. Matter of fact, most of you found me because of one of those things, social media. Okay, some of you guys found me because you searched in YouTube, which goes back to the SEO. But if you aren't using Facebook, and what I mean by that, let's talk about Facebook firstly. Facebook is a beautiful tool, even though mostly Facebook is being used by a lot of older people because it's a long form of communication. And what I mean by long form of communication is Facebook allows you to basically type out a paragraph, all right? And literally, you know, if someone's interested, they'll read it. But what Facebook has that people really don't utilize is the groups. There are tons of groups on Facebook, either for YouTubers, musicians, I don't care if you're selling jewelry, anything like that, there's groups for you. But what you want to make sure you do is you don't want to go into the group spamming. You don't want to go in there and the first thing you do is say drop and listen to my music. No. What you want to do is find you a group that's relevant to your music. So if you're a producer, go to a group where there's rappers or people promoting their song or their single. Any type of group like that, you as a producer want to go into those type of group. If you are a musician who have music already completed and fulfilled, you want to go and find fans, people who are fans of someone similar to you. So if there's a fan page of people like Drake or people who are like Drake or people who like Pusha T and your music is similar to those, or if your music is similar to Taylor Swift, go to those places where people like those particular artists. Go in, you know, say hello, get a chance, give them a chance to get to know you, basically, before you post anything. The key behind your music is the relationship between you and your fans. If your fans can relate to you, which is your story, who you are as a person, then that is what they're buying. They're buying that portion of who you are, not necessarily your music. But go into whoever your music is close to, related to, and then befriend them. You know what I mean? Once you're comfortable and you feel like you've been there long enough and you've dropped some jewels or gave them some insights to that particular artist and or whatever the subject topic is at that time, later on you can say, so Facebook is real good for that. Instagram, people like to see a part of your life. If you go out to dinner, you go out to a restaurant, if you do something everybody can't do at that particular time, you know, go and promote that, show that, you know, show that you're out right now, you know, eating dinner, you know, at an Indian restaurant and stuff. I do it all the time. You go to my Instagram channel, you'll see it. You go to my Instagram channel, you'll see when I go out of town, if I go wherever, I share my life. You know what I mean? Like the time my wife wanted me to get on this big sling. Remember that? I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. If you're not, Instagram, my Instagram is Music Millionaires, SG-1 of Tha Piecemakerz. But my wife wanted me to get on this swing. The fling thing, you know, that sling you up in the ground. And I was like, I'm 200 pounds. I'm not getting on nothing that's going to sling me in the air. What if the belt pops? But use your Instagram that way. Share your life with people. See, these are things, people are looking for hacks. Everybody's looking for hacks or a shortcut. When you use shortcuts, it never works out, okay? It never works out because people understand one simple thing. They understand when people are trolling. They understand when you're being fake. These days, people are brutally honest, okay? So if you're going to use your Instagram, do it the right way. Once you build up a nice following and people see that you're truly organic and you're real, then you might say, hey, listen, check out my new single, or check out this beat, check out this track, tell me what you think. I'm going to be selling it for X amount of dollars. You know, you think that's a fair price. You know, keep it genuine, keep it original, but keep it real genuine, guys. That's what sells more than anything. Twitter. When it comes to Twitter, I want you to understand that Twitter is a short form of promotion and marketing. And I told you before that Facebook is long, right? Long form, and Twitter is short. So with Twitter, you don't have that many characters. So you basically have to get your point across real quickly so that those people that are on Twitter, which normally tend to have a very short attention span, will tend to gravitate towards your stuff as well. But these are just all those things that I want you guys to really gravitate towards. So social media is that platform that's not being utilized properly. And also, let me explain something to you as well. The Instagram promo actually does work. It really works for you guys. If you decide you want to spend some money on it, it really works. I'm not getting paid by Instagram to tell you guys this, but you know, you can pick up 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 views. You can link it back to your website. You can send them to your YouTube channel, whatever, but it really works. I've tried it, and I'm going to try it again. So we want you guys to know that it really works. Now, at this point, I'm going to see if there's any questions. Okay, so Marcel Schultz is definitely on my end because I'm able to look at Streamlabs here and see when my signal is going up and down. My internet connection is perfect, but something's going on with the software, I'm assuming, Streamlabs. I see the Wi-Fi signal dropping, so it's not you, it's me. All right, so Christopher Tate says, here in St. Louis, Missouri, in a rapper group, and let people promote on my page and speak about their songs. And when I posted in the group one time, just my link, I got out on suspension from the group. Okay, so that means, I guess you were saying that you were suspended. All right. Okay. All right. All right, so until you guys have questions, if you don't have no questions, I'm going to keep it going. Current traffic. If you guys already have traffic coming to your website or coming to your Twitter page, utilize that. DM, hey friend, hey brother, how you doing? You know what I mean? It's just basically you being you. The real secret behind promotion is people have to be able to relate to you. So if you already have current traffic, that means people that already is feeling you, they're feeling their music, they're feeling something about you guys. So utilize that to the best of your ability to keep that motion going, and always be putting out new content. That's the thing. Bang out mixtapes. What you'll find with most producers and or musicians, why they tend to seem to pop is because they're constantly putting out music. They're putting out mixtapes, and they're constantly promoting. They're putting out more mixtapes, and then, you know, when they get enough following, they literally drop an album. Now, let me say something to you guys that no one has thought about. YouTube is the best way. Build a YouTube channel out. Build your YouTube channel. Just imagine if you had 20,000 subscribers like this channel has currently, and you wanted to promote a new album. That's 20,000 automatic streams that you're going to get right there. 20,000 instant. So people are really sleeping on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to start focusing more on YouTube promotions and YouTube channels and building out YouTube channels. But I can promise you, I've seen people with 100,000 subscribers and get 1 million views and become instant rap artists, okay? Become instant celebrities, shall I say. And not all music is great music, you know what I mean? Not all music is great music, but I've seen it done. Let me go to the chat real quick because I see things popping up. Is there a way to actually contact you outside of this platform, such as Snapchat, Instagram, etc.? Yes, Music Millionaires. Everything is Music Millionaires with me, or Music Millionaire. Instagram, you can email me at musicmillionaires@gmail.com. Black Fence, I say you target your markets when you use the IG, IP picking states, etc. because I don't know if it works for me. I tried it and got okay results, and you're buffering a lot too. I really don't know what that buffering is, what's going on, guys. I have no clue what that's really about. But thank you so much. Now, Black Fence MG, I did demographics. So when I did it, I targeted people that I felt like would want to want what I had to offer. People in the music industry, you know, I targeted keywords. You see what I'm saying? So what I did was just based on what I thought. I chose the demographics. I think I did from like 18 to 35 or something like that. I'm trying to remember. I didn't choose. I stayed inside the United States. I'm trying to remember what they allow you to do. But I did choose my demographics, which is why it probably worked for me. You have to be choosy. You don't want to just say, you don't want to just, when you're doing Instagram promotion or Facebook promotions, you don't want to widen your target market too far. Everyone's not going to be interested in it. And you're spending money, because the larger your target audience, the more money you have to spend. Focus on a small demographics of people that you want. Focus on a age or a place that you figure is going to be, you know what I mean, more you-friendly is the best way I'm going to say that. They're going to be actually interested in what you have when they hear your music or hear your message. So you gotta literally target what you are saying. Okay, target where you're putting your money at. What else? All right, so let's do this. So 37 Music Market says, been subscribed for about a month, applying the knowledge, and this stuff really works. Appreciate you, man. I really thank you so much, 37 Music Market. That means a lot to me. Martellus says, I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, Martellus, but I don't want to slaughter it and I don't want you to be mad at me. Do you feel you should promote all songs, just the best ones, albums, mixtapes, or what sort of thing? I don't think you should promote all your songs. If you have a tight catalog, if you have some heat in your catalog, I would say I would promote a single and I would promote my mixtape. I wouldn't put my whole thing together, because if you plan on doing an EP, you know, you don't want to put out all of the good stuff, you know what I'm saying, if you have other things that you can utilize to promote. If you have a mixtape out, put the mixtape out, put some fire out on your mixtape. I'll tell you what most people aren't doing now that I've seen work on YouTube is, when you are recording your music, if you can run through one single session and record that and then upload it to YouTube, you doing a cover song, you rapping on top of somebody else's beat or whatever, that tends to work and get a lot of promotion, especially if you're doing a mixtape type situation. So if you recorded your mixtape session rapping on top of a famous beat or a famous track, that will work wonders, especially when you upload it and says me killing whoever, me killing so and so, and you know me, etc. There's not a lot of people doing that. The ones who are doing it are becoming very successful doing that as far as the promotion aspect of it. But to go back to your original question, I would only use one song to actually promote, and then I would drop or send links to my mixtape so that people can get a feel for who I am and what I am. One of the things that people, and I just shared this with somebody, one of the things that we did as the Peacemakers to promote ourselves and get out there, and you can look this up, is when we said the Peacemakers, at that time, whoever was relevant and we had music based on that style, we put them in. You know, the Peacemakers, who's worked with Flow Rider, sound like the new Flow Rider, the new, you know, whoever, you know what I mean? We did that 100% to greaten the chances of people learning more about us and finding out about us. But that's what we did when it came to marketing ourselves. Christopher Tate says, I tried Facebook promotions and ads, but it didn't reach the minimum reach points that were expected from them. Okay, then, so Christopher, what happened was, again, you didn't target it the proper way, because it definitely works. I would use Instagram first. Instagram is a better place for you to target that particular situation or target it. But also, do not sleep on YouTube, man. Guys, get your YouTube channel, upload your music, do a lyric video or something, and then spend $20 on YouTube. You're guaranteed to get people to listen to your music, okay? You're guaranteed to get, because what's going to happen? YouTube is going to put your music ad in front of something relevant. As long as you target it the right way, they're going to put your music in front of the right people, because you're going to say, hey, I want to use this on this particular category or niche, and you're gonna get music. You know, you're gonna get your music spins, and you're gonna get brand awareness, because that's what it is at the end of the day. Remember, guys, you are a business, so brand awareness is the key behind what you're doing. Okay, making sure that people, you know that your business exists, your music exists. All right. Christopher Tate, thank you. Appreciate you 100%. You're absolutely correct. And this is not me just pushing DistroKid. Make sure you guys get DistroKid. You can put out an unlimited amount of music for $19.99 a year. You can't beat that nowhere, and you keep your royalty. So I'm glad you brought that up. Pusha. Pusha past us said, all right, man, I'm getting into the music industry next summer after saving up a few grand. You feel I'm going to be on your line hard, man. Money ain't a problem. That's what's up, Pusha. Let me know how we can help. You know what I'm saying? If you need some personal consultation, I do that, you know, for a side fee. But just let me know when you're ready and you're ready to get your thing done. WJ Walker 44 says, can you rank social media platforms you prefer best to least favorite based on which views one you think is more effective? I'm behind the 8 ball with social media. All right. So yes, I'll definitely rank it real quick for you. Instagram for me is number 1. YouTube is number 2, even though YouTube is actually a search engine. It's also a social media platform, i.e. you're chatting with me right now. You guys are interacting with me right now. Same thing. Then I would say Facebook. Twitter, if you have a large enough following, Twitter is okay. But when it comes to paying, Instagram first, YouTube, Facebook, and then outside the scope, the company that I'm going to turn you guys on. Matter of fact, I got a gift for you guys. Free promotion at the end of this video. So if you're watching, don't click off until to the end of this video until we're done, because I'm going to give you free TV promotion. Again, I'm going to give you some TV promotion for your music, your video, whatever you want to promote. I'm going to give it to you for free, thanks to a company. Peace said, I thought you could not put up cover songs remixed on YouTube. Yes, you can. You just cannot monetize it. The person who owns the song that you're doing the cover will be the one monetizing it, but you can put it up, okay? Because it's a rendition, basically. And if I'm not mistaken, with DistroKid, you can also do a cover and some kind of way monetize it. I don't know the exact details, but with DistroKid, you can definitely do cover songs, upload it, and put it on the platforms and monetize it some kind of way. I think there's a monetization split somewhere down the line. I've never done a cover song, so you know I don't know, but you can definitely do that. Martella says, what's your opinion on releasing albums versus releasing singles more frequently? Definitely release singles. The album thing right now is not really, it's not really going over that great. And I think, again, because everyone's attention span is so short. Also, EP seems to be the thing now, releasing EPs. And, you know, if you're a major artist, yeah, maybe. But here's the thing. The focus should be on streams, not necessarily downloads, because if whatever platform you put your music on, to be honest with you, it can be ripped, okay? It can be stolen. So making money on downloads, you know, it's a strong possibility. You still have people who aren't into hacking and know all the technical stuff to be able to get the free music. You know, so I'm not saying you can't make any money on the downloads, but why put out an entire album that firstly will be wasted? Because here's what happened. If you put out an entire album and you don't do anything with it, or it doesn't do great in the first 2 or 3 years, you know, you really have to put another album out when people start to know you, when they build up momentum a little bit, if that makes sense to you. So me personally, if I know I has a fire album, if I know like damn near every song on my album is banging, I'm just gonna put out a single. I'm gonna put out a single and I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna put out a single, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna do the Fetty Wap thing like he did. I think Trap Queen was out 3 or 4 years before it really gained momentum. You get what I'm saying? So I would just push out a single, and if it's a bomb single, you hit it hard, bro. Act like, I tell you what, act like it's the damn end of the world and it's the only way you're gonna eat. That's how you guys gotta start looking at this record business. Act like it's the end of the damn world and this one song is all you have because everything else is destroyed, all right? And you ain't gonna be able to make no more music, but this is your opportunity to, damn it, be heard. That's how you guys got to do this. You got to really be aggressive now, okay? So I would do singles. I wouldn't put out an album, and I would hold my heat. and just put it out as I build momentum and followers. Okay, that's how I would do it. But consistency is the key as well. So if you're going to do a YouTube video, then being consistent, dropping something maybe every 6 to 7 months as far as a music video or a lyrics video would definitely work. But again, none of it matters if you're not promoting. That's the key. If you're not promoting, none of it matters at all. So, but I would definitely do singles. Christopher says, do you still believe in business cards if you have a website that you can give to a person directly? Yes. Business cards are still marketing, bro. Listen, it's one of the cheapest ways that you can put, I'll be giving you guys jewels. Listen, get you some business cards, put a QR code onto it, say free music, download free music with the QR code and link it back to your website, and put them out in all the little gas stations, the East Indian gas stations, the little hood gas stations, any place that will let you put a business card, put it up there, and your caption again is free music for your phone or your app. Who's going to deny free music? And you know for a fact that if they're picking up the cards, when you go back and all your cards are gone, then that means people have grabbed them and missed it. Are going to be listening. But people are sleeping on business cards. And business cards is the cheapest way to do it. It's better than getting flyers. You can get 10,000 business cards, I think, online for like, I think it's like $60, $65, something like that. Cheap. It's real cheap. It's cheap promotion. You know what I'm saying? It's also brand awareness, because you definitely, if you're doing music, you definitely want your immediate fan base to be coming from your hometown. If you don't have the support of your hometown, you know what I mean, you're really not doing anything. You know what I mean? If any of you come and hang out with me, one thing you'll see instantly is everywhere I go, people know me. Everywhere I go, people know me. You know what I mean? They know me for music. They know me for the tribe. They know me. But you got to brand yourself, and business cards is a great way. So I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. 2.3 million views says, I was using TuneCore and it charges $9.99 for every single and an extra $10 to put it up on YouTube. I appreciate you for introducing me to D-Stroke Kid. You're more than welcome, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. EPs are basically mini versions of albums. It allows your fans to get an insight to a possible up-and-coming larger project. EPs are, I don't know the abbreviation of EPs no more. I used to know. What was it? We can Google it. Somebody Google EPs. But it just basically, it's not an entire album. You know what I mean? It's like 6 to 7 tracks. It's like a feel me out type situation. But it's definitely more beneficial when promoting and marketing yourself to put out EPs versus putting out an entire album, which most of the time, most albums were anywhere between 11 to 12 songs. Sometimes they were 14 songs, you know, an entire album. Nowadays, because, okay, look at it like a product situation. So I can make more money from an EP. I can charge $9.99 for an entire EP, or $6.99 for an entire EP of 6 or 7 songs, right? And we just basically saying 99 cents a song, versus putting out an album with 12 to 14 songs on it and only charging $9.99 for the entire album, right? Because you got to be competitive. It's a pricing game. So you just gave away 4 songs for free. Again, this is a business. You know what I mean? You got to look at it like a business. So EPs are a lot better for you. You'll make more money off an EP, because if you did 7 songs on an EP and then dumped another EP, you're going to make at least $14 per your entire album versus the $9.99 that you can only charge nowadays, because everybody are cheap people. So that's basically what it is. But it is extended play. I think somebody said, hold on. Yeah, extended play, which is now being doubled as mini albums. But that's what an EP was. Thank you for reminding me. EP was basically when you put out an album, you could do bonus tracks or additional songs on the album, and they would call that extended play, like you said. But nowadays, EPs are being used as a short or mini version of albums, for lack of a better word. Because how many rappers you know now have whole albums and they put out an EP? And I'm glad you guys asked me questions. This is what I like. I need the questions. So if you're watching this video live, I need the questions so I can answer them for you. Good. Pusha T says, my future rap album, I'm going to do revamps on it, and I'm already starting out with a decent following. Great. No. Twin LS asked, guys, should an EP be dropped first versus dropping singles and then using those songs to promote the EP? Don't put the EP out first, put the singles out and then drop the EP. The singles should be promoting the EP, not the other way around, okay? Because what you got to realize once this, several different things that are no-nos when it comes to promoting. You always want to start promoting 3 to 5 months before you actually drop a single or an EP. That's the first thing. Secondly, you don't want to lose momentum by dropping all your music online and it don't build the momentum that you expect. You want to build a momentum up with your fan base or potential fan base by letting them hear what's going on. Now, it's not a bad idea to give snippets. It's not a bad idea to give snippets, which is, when you do snippets though, here's the key. Utilize a certain part or maybe the hottest part of the pre-chorus or a bridge up to chorus or the last portion of the last 4 to 8 bars, last 4 bars of a verse before chorus. But that's your hook. You want to use that as a hook if you're going to do a snippet, okay? But definitely drop your singles first. Thank you, Martellus. I appreciate it. He said it's an extended play and it's technically 3 to 8 songs, but usually 5 to 7. Exactly. 80s records. I did a video on which streaming platform pays the most, and Napster is the one that actually pays the most. However, Napster isn't a place that people really go to. And have anybody heard about the iTunes stopping music in 2019? They're supposed to stop allowing people to download music in 2019. I don't know if it's a rumor or something, but I heard something about that. So if any of you guys know about that, let me know. But Napster's the best place to stream your music. They pay the most. I think it was, when I did the video, it was currently, if you had 90,000 streams, that netted you $14.72, so $1,472 for 90,000 streams on Napster. And I think everyone else was like, it wasn't even worth doing it. But it's a video that I put out, and you can go on my video playlist, and you'll see the video says, who pays the most to stream your music. WJ Walker, you are more than welcome. Christopher Tate says, first artist starting out and don't have a budget for beats, do you recommend to do a producer-artist contract to get them going or production contract agreement? All right, so real clear, I'm reading this as I'm answering it because that's a great question, Christopher. For artists starting out, he says, and don't have a budget for beats, do you recommend to do a producer-artist contract to get them going or a production contract agreement? Firstly, if you deal with any type of producer who has any type of, he's established, they're going to want some kind of money up front. Secondly, they're going to want to see that you have a budget to push it. They're not going to just give you a track that may never go nowhere. What I recommend for artists who are sitting on a budget is there's tons of producers who want their songs referenced, okay? Tons of producers who would love to hear a hot reference on their song and see you pushing, okay? Because what happens with that is, I as a producer can give you a track and you can reference it and you can put it online and I can say, non-exclusive, go do your thing with it, right? But I can now come back and I can join an organization like Sound Exchange and I can still make my money off of the revenue that you're going to generate from whatever streams or promotion you're doing. So the first thing is, don't look to sign a production agreement for something that you may or may not be able to fulfill, because all that does is leave a bad taste in producers' mouths, and you don't want no one talking about you. If you're on a budget, just again, look for free beats. Look for producers that's willing to work with you. Look for producers who are willing to say, hey, I'll give you this track for 6 to 7 months to allow you to build up your finances until you can pay me. Look for producers who's willing to take, $40, $50, for their track, because they want to sell it. They're sitting on a ton of tracks and you know, hey, you know, I can sell it. There's just too many ways that you can actually get free music. Now, the other thing about it is once you get that music and you come up with an agreement, now you do a production agreement. Now the production agreement basically says that I can utilize this song or this music and no one else will be using it. You know, that's when the contracts come into place. But don't use contracts as a way to barter because you don't have finances. Because I'll tell you right now, most producers who, like I said, has any experience, they're not going to go for that. They're not going to, you know, wait for you to pay them or wait for the track to hit, you know, or possibly go. You know, when you do things like that, you definitely have to have a plan in place. And that plan needs to say and outline that we have this budget this way, we have it set up to do this, we're going to be doing this, these are our target markets, this is the platforms we're going to use to target, you know, to find that target market. This is how we plan on recouping when you do something like that, you better treat it like it's a music business 100% completely. You understand what I'm saying? And you need to have it on paper, and you need to be able to promise this producer that either he's going to get paid through back-end sales, which is your royalty point, your royalties through mechanical licenses or sync placement or something of that nature, or that you're going to pay him in a timely fashion within 6 months once the album or single drops or whatever. But don't put yourself in a bad situation with production agreement trying to barter. Okay. Twin LS, thank you, brother. Get back to work. I don't want to hold you up too much. Thank you. Peace. Mostly EPs are 4 songs. Okay. Pastor says, I hit you up on Instagram. Okay, brother. Appreciate it. Can you get good promotion on Fiverr? Tay Marshall, I'm not sure about the promotion. I think you could, but you want it to be genuine promotion. You don't want someone that's going to bot you. You understand? You don't want people that's going to send streams your way and it's a bot. You know, that only hurts you versus help you. But I would look around. I would look at people's, you know, comments before you buy anything on Fiverr. I would verify, you know, ask questions, things of that nature. But I think you could. You know, I'm not saying that you can't. I don't doubt that you can't get good promotion. But I would just do my homework because there's just too many ways that people can cheat you out your money as well, and you didn't necessarily get what you paid for. So, you know, I hope that helps. Cash BHF. He just had a question mark. If you're going to do it the right way, Edison Zamora, as far as his question was, guys who are listening to this on the podcast, how often do you recommend to drop a single? Singles are normally done. New artists normally drop a single every 6 months, or you could do it every quarter. You could do it once a year. It's just really on you and the momentum and build up that you have. Because if you have a hot song or a single and it has the momentum that you want, there's no need to drop another single before you get the full exposure and everything out of that first single. What you do want to do is you want to start phasing in the next single once you build up that momentum that you're looking for. So once that momentum is peaked, okay, once you got that peak performance that you expected from that single and you start seeing it declining, then you basically do this. You insert another single and then you'll keep when it starts declining, you start peaking back up. I'm trying to do it like a graph so you guys can understand. I'm trying to get all you guys credit. Big Molly 415 says, what if you have a bunch of songs recorded just sitting on the computer? Should you release them one by one as singles or put them out as albums and EPs? It all depends on how many you have. You know what I mean? Big Molly 415. Firstly, what you guys got to start doing is you got to start having listening parties. You got to have listening parties. You need people to tell you what they think. You need to find someone or find a group of people that can, you know, again, this goes back to your social presence and getting into groups and befriending them and, you know, having a friendship first before you just drop your music. But you need to start having listening parties. Your friends, family, make sure they're brutally honest, but ask them firstly, is the song, you know, release ready? Is it, you know, what do they think? You know, before you just start dropping singles. But my answer to that would be I would do singles, and I answered this earlier. I would drop my singles before I dropped anything else, just to give people a feel of what the album would be like. So I would do singles. Ernest Cadius, good morning, teacher. You killed me with that, but good morning, brother. Thank you so much. Christopher Tate, you're more than welcome. Martellus says, in your opinion, what do you feel is the most effective way to collaborate with other singers, rappers, and producers? Just reach out. And that was another way. I'm glad you mentioned that. That was another way I was going to tell you as far as promotion. You need the science. Let me give you the science. So every hit song is based on collaborations. Promise you. Every hit song is based on collaborations. And if there isn't a hit song that wasn't based on a collaboration, it'd be the first time I've ever heard of it, because most of the time, multiple minds on a project, great minds together, can make a hell of a hit song. Okay? All right, and I've seen that within production, songwriting, everything. And the reason being is because you're feeding off of each other. Now, I say that to you because for a reason. Comprehending and understanding that aspect of it allows you to be able to go to another person and say, hey, listen, I'm looking to do a project. I want to drop it, this way or this way. I want to put it on the radio, or I'm writing for an artist. I really want to collab. I like your writing style. I like what you're doing. You have to compliment that person first. You got to find something that you like about them that is tangible to them and compliment them for that. Producers, songwriters, engineers, whatever it is. Really do your homework before reaching out to someone, rapper, singer, whoever, and wanting to promote with them. You want to make sure that it's a fit first, that you guys are going to mesh, that you guys can match up, and that they're going to accentuate and really intensify your talent. So they have to have something to bring to the table. Once you comprehend that, then you got to reach out and just, big ups them. You got, hey, straight up, just don't let your ego get in the way. You know what I mean? Loving your style, loving what you're doing, love how you write, love your vocal range. I love, how you did that bridge, something. I love how you did the tracks. The tracks, were really whatever. But you got to reach out that way with a compliment, because a person needs to know why should I work with you. And if you're not saying and starting out the back with, listen, I'm a big fan of your work, there's no real reason for them to deal with you. You know what I mean? And I'm only going to work with people that I really appreciate what they're doing. You know what I mean? That's my thing. And you guys are really, you're pulling the answers out of me right now, because we're working on a surprise for you guys. But I'm only going to work with people that I respect and I really feel like have talent. If they can't add on to what I'm doing, I can't work with them. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that have talent in other ways. But if it does not compliment me and I can't compliment them, there's no need to. So make sure that that's the way you come at them. Instagram name. This is gonna make crazy in the podcast. Past us, okay, all right. What's the best way to tag your music in SoundCloud? AskWeGotBeats.com. I like that too. You got everything you need in your name. WeGotBeats.com/hip-hop rap beats on sale and download. Smart dude. The best way to tag your music is don't be overbearing. Don't be overbearing. I would, if you're doing it for the purpose of selling tracks and you're fearful that someone's going to download your music, then I would tag it, at the very beginning of a verse, possibly. But if you just want to do something and be professional, then just tag it like anyone else. Tag it at the very beginning of the track. Like you hear the rest of these guys. Mike Will made it. When we was working with Justice League, you'll hear Justice League at the very beginning of the track before it got started, or right at the very first 4 bars. But just tag it at the very beginning if it's just about tagging your music. Just don't overdo it. Please do not over tag your damn beats. Please, I hate when I hear people be like their name, beatsrus.com, beatsrus.com. And it's like, dude, we get it. You know what I mean? So don't become overbearing, man. WJ Walker 44 says, FYI, I'm the best kept secret. So when I hit it, it's not about the money, SG-1. It's about the contact and the impact, and just letting you know I'm gonna reach back, and I appreciate channel. Hopefully we can work. That's what's up, WG Walker. I love listening to you guys' music, and I definitely am somebody that's tangible. That, you know, when I hear talent, I gotta work with you. So guys, listen, I want you guys to understand something. This is part of the algorithm. You notice Dave Melv just check my channel. YouTube has an algorithm. This is what I was saying about the spamming thing. YouTube has an algorithm that will block your trying to send channels and stuff like that. So you gotta be careful. But this is also a part of that teaching when it says when it comes to promoting your music, be careful what you do. I can literally show you guys tons of messages that get sent to spam or held for review by YouTube. Like a lot of times you guys will comment on my videos and there may be something in there that YouTube says they consider to be spammy, and they hold it to make sure it's not spam, and we have to literally go through and review it. But that's a perfect example. Don't spam when you promote your music, okay? Build a relationship up with whoever or wherever you are, and then once you build that relationship by commenting, you know, becoming a part of that channel, that community, then you can drop, you know, your links because it'll be authorized by that person. 888-441 say, yo, just locking in. Peace and blessings, 888. Appreciate you in, brothers. Thank you all for watching as well. Hopefully that you guys are getting some value out of this particular live stream when it comes to promoting and things of that nature, and that I'm working out some of the stuff for you guys. If you play video games, I have been building a fan base for beats through Mixer, going live on my Xbox One. All right, Christopher. Christopher, make sure you contact me too. Interested in that. Contact me at musicmillionaires@gmail.com. All right. Okay. And I love you guys, you know, communicating like this in chat as well. That's what it's all about, man. Communicating. All right. Black Fence MG101 says, I say if you're scared of putting your music out, keep it. If you feel like you only got make one hit, keep it. Good points. All right, Beats Body 7, the God, says, can you give me any tips on how to do email marketing as a producer? The proper way to do it is give away something for free, bring them back to your website to get that thing for free. Grab their email address, let them know that you will be sending them emails occasionally, that you won't spam and you won't sell their stuff. And that's the best way, and that's the proper way to do it. Any other way right now is going to be considered spamming and can get your Gmail account or Yahoo account or whatever you're using suspended. Because you have to allow people to opt in. That's the key. They have to have the choice and decision to know what they're opting into. So the best thing that I would do is give away something for free, something of value that people can use, whether it's a free beat, you know, whatever it is you're doing. I don't know what you do, but whatever it is you're doing, make sure that you do it that way. But have a person opt in. That's the best way to do email promotion. You know, and you know, make it well thought out, guys. Don't just half-ass think this thing through. You know, make it a well thought out opt-in program. You know, understand that people always love something for free. I know I'm being repetitive, but I gotta keep saying that. And then again, let people know that you're going to utilize their email addresses, you know, wisely, securely, and you're going to be trustworthy with it. So, okay. Red Zay2 says I'm a good person. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it, man. I try my best, 100%. (888-441) put out something. I'm gonna tell YouTube to let it show. But 888 says basically anyone here is looking to make some links and with some new artists and producers, send me an email at his email address. So you guys check that out. Indie Clear Publishing says, do you have a link to any entertainment lawyers? Do you need one, and when? Thanks for your work. Links to entertainment lawyers, basically the best ones are always in California or New York, Miami as well. Don't have anyone that can recommend you because it'll be based on where you're located. They are expensive. They do get expensive. So, you know, that's it. Yeah. Hello, who is it at the door? All right, stay at the door. Hey, baby. Oh, it's you? And my son knocking at the door. Bermuda has so much untapped potential. You know what, I'm so right now feeling right now Bermuda and South America and it's a bunch of you guys that I'm really looking for some work. I want to hear some work. Matter of fact, a brother reached out to me the other day, Nicky from Ireland, and he gave me some fire reggae, man. I mean, he's from Ireland, so I'm gonna try to link up with him, but his reggae was dope. Valentino Lucas, blessing. I'm an Afrobeat pop artist. You dropped a great point. I have over 20 songs that haven't been released yet. And when you said a listening party, I went bingo. I live in New York, and thank you. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. W.J. Walker, you're more than welcome, brother. Yeah, so social media, it was SEO was number one, social media was number two, number three was use your current traffic, number four was collab, so y'all guys bought that up, so I didn't even get a chance to even get for number four, and then number five, because you got me back on point, is utilizing free promo, everything, anything that has free promotion and free coupon codes and free any of that stuff, use it. And since we're talking about that, the guys at Branzuka, and I know if you guys have watched them on my channel before, Branzuka, I've talked about how to utilize $250 of free promo or promoting your music for $250 of free stuff. And so they actually saw that video Branzuka did, and they sent me a promo code just for you guys to use to market. And it does not have a time frame on it for you to use, but you only can use it one time. And you could basically use Branzuka to get your music or your music videos on TV, Hulu, Sling, NBC, a whole bunch of networks they have connections with. So I just dropped it in the chat. You guys utilize it. It's Music Millie 50. Literally Music Millie 50 is your promo code, and it's gonna give you $50 of free promotion to promote your music or video, whatever. And so that's why I was telling you guys as well to make sure that you use a lyric video or get a lyric video and put your links in. Because what you can do is you can show the video on Branzuka or have them show a video that is broadcast on a TV box or something of that nature. And then they want to click the link from their box or their phone or wherever they're watching on. It'll take them to your iTunes page, your website, your Napster streaming, whatever it is, and then you got free streams. So that's a great way to get free promotion, guys. So make sure you use that, okay? I'm gonna go back up to the questions. Manuel Fox, peace, King, blessings to you and yours. My question is, should I outsource my mastering and mixing? Also, is it good to mix in FL Studio? Great question, Manuel Fox. Let me say this to you firstly. Become a one-stop shop. In other words, if you're capable of doing it, save that money for other things. Take that money that if you're capable of mixing and mastering your own music, then do it yourself. All right. But the key behind that is do it when you haven't worked. Give your ears a break. Step away from it. I don't want you to go in there mixing and mastering your music after you just finished recording it and just finished listening to music all day. You know what I mean? Literally give yourself anywhere between 2 days to 5 days break so that you can come back, hear the music the proper way, and then mix it. But if you can, mix it. If you can't mix and you can't master, then of course outsource it. Mixing in FL Studio, I've come to understand that FL Studio you can mix in it. Matter of fact, most DA workstations or software you can mix in. I don't necessarily have all the information on FL Studio because I did not mix on FL Studio. I've never mixed in FL Studio. Everything we've ever always mixed in was either Pro Tools or, like right now, I use Sony Vegas. I love Vegas, but I don't know if FL Studio necessarily has everything that you need to do it, or possibly even require you to buy more stuff to add on to it or plugins to actually get the job done. But if you can do it, I would love to hear what you've mixed in FL Studios, or any of you guys. If any of you guys have mixed in FL Studios, please let me know. Send me a copy of what you mixed, musicmillionaires@gmail.com, so I can check it out, and then I can be able to give people opinion on it next time, you know, honestly. Christopher, I did see your email pop up on the screen, so thank you. I'll be checking you out in a minute. 37 Music Market said, where is a good place to look for QR codes for a single? Easily. Google free QR code. That's all you have to do. Google free QR code. Guaranteed there's going to be someone that offers you a free QR code. There's places online that you can use that create barcodes and UPC codes and things like that, and more than likely those will be the best places to utilize to get that free QR code that I talked to you about. Okay? Dave Burt says, hey, what do you think about this idea? I was thinking about having a rap challenge on my Instagram. From there, I'll pick up the best and create, create an album project around that to market. I think it's a great idea, as long as you make sure that you get the release forms from everybody, allowing you to do it. As long as you tell everybody that they'll get their own, they'll be able to monetize or get the royalties off of it from Sound Exchange or blah, 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 blah. I think it's an excellent idea. I think it's a great idea. I think it'll work. Dave Vert, hey, if you ever never some graphic design work done, hit me up. Well, thank you, Dave. And while you said that, I have to thank YK Sin. I think it was YK Sin, who did some great intro work for me as well. Dave Vert, email me. Let me see. Definitely love that guy. I appreciate you guys offering all of that type of stuff. I love it because I like to showcase you guys' work. Also working on a project right now. Most of you guys know about the Amazon project we're working on, but we're also putting together a web series or a TV series. So that type of creative concepts and creativity, definitely gonna need that. Put you guys, give you some credit and stuff like that for what you're doing. But definitely email me, brother. All right, and Declare, I showed your email because I know it was held by YouTube again. Martellus asks, what's the best software to make beats, records, vocals, and mix and master in? Industry standard is Pro Tools. Okay, so the industry standard is definitely Pro Tools, and that's what we use. It's just more convenient. You know what I mean? For me, when you've been doing music for as long as I have, Pro Tools is one of the most convenient recording softwares to use. But many people don't like it. Some people can record in Studio One. Some people record, in PreSonus. I said Studio One. It all depends. You know what I mean? A lot of people record many different ways, but it just depends on what you're comfortable with. But what I would say to you, and I will always say it to anybody, whatever you start to use, master it fully first. Find out what its limitations are before you decide to invest in another software or DAW and spend more money. Once you understand the limitations of the software that you're mixing or mastering in, and you find that it's not up to par or what you want to do, or it don't have certain features that you require, then look at investing into something different. But master what you have first before going to look to invest in something else. Okay. And the other part of that was make beats in. Right now, the standard is, I think, Fruity Loops. I think Fruity Loops is the standard. Reason is a popular one as well. I apologize. And that Reason is a go-to for one of my friends, Big Vic. He uses Reason a lot. He likes it. So. Samantha Sensei says, hey, looks like I got here late. Great to see you. Did you see my question today under the last video about producer for hire for the production of my first song? Samantha from London. And Samantha, if I'm not mistaken, was it you that became a Patreon member? Because we need to contact you because we got to get you set up. But no, Samantha, I did not see your question under the last video. Let me go in here real quick to see if I can see your last question, Samantha. I think the last video though was... I don't see it, Samantha. Let me go in the comment section. All right. I don't see it, Samantha, though, but... Okay. Look at this. Look how this works. Beats by Seven to God. Says he's thinking about getting a logo designed around his name. Seven to God. Come on, Dave. You're getting business already. King Yata, peace and blessings to you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Gotcha. Okay, Samantha, that was you, so thank you. I'm definitely, we got to take care of you. Samantha, email me at Music Millionaires. All right, and we'll schedule a time to talk, Samantha, as well. Okay, so make sure you email me at Music Millionaires, and then let's schedule a time that we can talk on maybe Google Hangouts and do a conference call. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Anybody else? You know what? I'm actually close this podcast out. I'm gonna stop recording on the podcast because I've already reached an hour of information here. Let me stop that. And you know what? I was testing out. No, I'm not gonna do that to you guys just yet. Anyway, if you guys haven't signed up for my podcast, make sure that you look into the description here in this particular video and go to my podcast and sign up for them. And no, I'm not going to turn you guys on just yet. Not just yet. I'm not going to do it just yet. Okay. And so Samantha says, basically I'm using a producer on paid only, so needed an agreement for him to sign. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So basically you have a work for hire situation with that producer. So you're needing an agreement, just work for hire for producer. All right. Now, is this the same situation, Samantha, where you had, you was paying him hourly, I think it was, to make the tracks? And second thing is, are you going to retain all the rights to the track? Will you be retaining the composer or the composer's share of the royalties as well? So you're paying him flat out. Matter of fact, we'll talk about this when we do our consultation, when I talk to you. I'll talk to you about that when I do that, okay? Beats by Seven God, do you have any tips for doing YouTube SEO? Yes. Yes, I do. Real simple. Find relevant tags to whatever your music title is or your YouTube channel is. Make sure that when you are doing your YouTube channel or uploading a video, that you go into the Google search little box, and when you're typing in what you're talking about particularly, everything that's under that pops up under there, Google is going to basically show you relevant searches to your particular title that you're putting in there. And then most of the time you can use those tags. But what I definitely suggest for you, as far as your SEO is considered, use the free version of TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is the bomb. I mean, hands down, because once you start typing in tags, it'll give you other stuff to tag. The other thing is, make sure that you put whatever your title of your video and your description is. Make sure you put that copy of that title inside your description, along with make sure you want to at least talk about what you're saying in your video, so that YouTube, as you know now, YouTube has the CC captions or the captions. So the YouTube AI is literally listening to all of your audio and it's capturing it. So if you say something relevant to what your title is, along with what you have in your description, along with what's in your tags, it finds that it is actually in line with what it wants to see, and that it can confirm that your video is actually about what it says. But when you use a title that has nothing to do with what you put in the description and your tags don't match up, then what it does is it basically penalizes you and you're not pushed in their search engine, if that makes sense to you. So just make sure that when you're doing your YouTube SEO, you're lining everything up, including what you say, you know, your audible conversation, your verbal conversation, so that YouTube can literally say, hey, this guy is doing exactly what we want to do, and everything is right in line with what our algorithm says it should be. Okay. Christopher State says, as a producer, do you need a publishing company? Yes, you should get a publishing company. No, if you don't know what you're doing. But yes, you know what I mean, you can definitely start your own publishing company. Samantha Sensei is a different producer. I'm going to retain all. Okay, good. Christopher Tate says, I have a BMI creators account. Good. Start a publisher's account as well. King Yata, okay, how would you start off on promoting your first project? Everything finished, so what do I do now? I already have a movement on Facebook. Can you drop me some jewels? All right, so the first thing you want to do is, before you drop anything, I told you guys before, you want to give yourself 3 to 5 months to market your material. Find blogs, music blogs, people who do reviews on music, things like that. Find a group that you can relate yourself to, something that's relevant to you, so that people can have a general idea of who you are. And so you want to basically tie yourself into that relation, but find blogs that will promote you, and find a particular blog that will promote you and be the first to actually give a sneak preview or a sneak peek to your music. So that's how you really want to deal with that. But 3 to 5 months to market your music first. He said, do I create my own publishing company, or what's a good one to join? The Peacemakers. We're a publishing company. We're a publishing company. Jack Bauer said, yes, you need a publisher. Thank you so much. I don't know if you meant to spell it publisher, but yeah. And you're welcome, Beats by Seven God. Jack Bauer, true. How does publishing work? Because I'm trying to research that. So basically, your publisher is the one who deals with publishers have many functions. They're the one who register your music with your PRO. They sometimes actually get you jobs. They get you sync placements. They literally publish your music, so they get it on digital distribution platforms and stuff like that. But it's multifunctional. They oftentimes some publishers act as admin publishers. Basically, they deal with all the administration, copyrights, and things of that nature. So it's a whole nother conversation within itself when we start getting into details of it. Manuel Fox says, how much are your consultations, sir? For you guys, they're much cheaper than I do anybody else, because most of the time I fly out to record labels and indie record labels, and I consult them for several $1,000s. But for you guys, I pretty much keep it within 100 and maybe more, depending on how much time you need and shit like that. So it varies for you guys. But for indie labels that need me to fly out or drive down, I charge a lot more, because I help you basically go from the beginning stages of what you need to do with your record label or production company or studio, all the procedures from filing your LLC and getting everything set up, to tracking out the type of equipment you may need, all of that. I go through the whole thing for marketing, all of it. So just let me know. And Jack Bauer, you're right. They pay you and you get paid. They pay your money once the money comes in. So I forgot. I left that part out. Smooth as Ice says, hello, new to the channel. Do you need copyright beats before selling? Being I already sold a few. Smooth as Ice, firstly, welcome to the channel. Glad you subscribed. Thank you so much. It is always typical process. First thing first, your music is always copywritten from conception. So when you create it and it's timed and dated and stamped inside of your system, instant copyright because it's time dated to your system. For the purpose of lawsuits possibly later on, I do recommend copyrighting your material, going to the government and copyrighting it. But what I also recommend you doing is sending all your tracks at once, or sending your entire catalog. It's the same price if you just sent one. So if you're going to do copyright, don't send one and spend $38. Send your entire catalog or 15, 20 songs or 30 songs or whatever you plan on selling and get that done at once. Okay? No, Martellus, DistroKid does not count as a publisher. DistroKid counts as a distribution platform. They're a distributor. Thank you, Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer, I like you, bro. Same Jack Bauer from 24, I bet you. Keep it Sutherland. I know you're not the same guy. Valentino Lucas. So how do I as an artist get on a consultation list with you as an artist? Real simple. I offer consultation to any of my music millionaires. So if you become a music millionaire and you have the lifetime package, and I think it's like $99, you get instant consultation with me. If you don't want that, then you just go and pay $100 and I'll consult you. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me, but I offer it to everyone who's a music millionaire. You know, so that's just that simple. And within becoming a music millionaire, you get contracts, tools, you know, beat kits, tutorials, a whole bunch of stuff. So you're not just paying for the consultation, you're getting something out of it. Okay, let me go back up. All Blog says, peace and blessings to all. My question is, how do you set up a publishing company and what would be your everyday task? All Blogs, that is definitely a conversation that is like, that's almost like a conference type conversation. It's not as complex as people make it, but you really need to know, you're going to have to do homework to get your publishing company because you need to know what it is a publishing company does, how it functions, what it's supposed to do, how to make it legal, because a lot of times people just create publishing companies that aren't legal. They just come up with a name, and then when it comes time to cash the check, they can't cash the check. So that's a conversation we'll definitely have to have outside this, and I may just do a video on it later on. WJ Walker 44 asks, okay, do you prefer using beats, commercial use like ads, than use hip-hop beats or like NBA? Okay, I think you're asking me what is more lucrative when making beats. It really just depends on you as the artist and who you're working with or for, what their budget is like, and that's what you guys got to get into the habit of starting to ask when you're doing projects with people. You know, finding out what their budget is. You know, how much do they have in the budget? You know, and then if you're an established producer, it's always going to be a lot different being an established producer versus being a new producer when you're utilizing these projects, because you can have an NBA 2K agreement, but because you are an established producer and you don't have any other credits, they may not give you as much up front than they would if you was an established producer, because they want to use your music because you have a following or you have production credits already in the works, or you're known to make Grammy award-winning tracks or whatever. So it really depends on you and understanding the music business, and then what you're looking for and what you want to make, and then you being realistic about what you think you're actually worth. But again, doing your research and being flexible at the same time. That's what I really want you guys to understand. Being flexible so you can get your foot in the door, and once you guys get established and you put your foot in the door, you can then come back now and then start demanding higher prices for your music or your projects or your songs. Okay? My email, Basketball House Production, my email address is my name, musicmillionaires@gmail.com, all one word, musicmillionaires@gmail.com. You can go up the chat, further up the chat, and you'll see where I dropped it before. Mark, tell us what I would do before go looking for a publisher. I would establish myself first. I would make it worth the publisher wanting you, because again, publishing is bigger than just cutting your check. Publishers tend to, get you sync agreements. They tend to find jobs for you for your music, but most of the time they want someone that's established in the music industry and who has a track record to be a great songwriter. You know what I mean? If you are a great songwriter, that goes further for you than just being new in the business and wanting to sign for publishers. Because publishers, they look for track records normally most of the time. Like I can sign every one of you guys under my publishing company, but if I'm just sitting on your music because I can't get off of it, no one wants to use it in a TV or film situation, or when we have artists writing or opportunities to play songs with artists, if they don't, because it's not fitting their groove, then I'm just sitting on you and you could be building your stuff. But to answer your question as well, Martellus, just Google. You can find one. Manuel Fox, you're welcome. Thank you. Jack Bauer said, I got my info from your YouTubes over the 2 years time. But that's good to know, Jack, man. I appreciate that, bro. 100%, man. Thank you so much. Smooth as ice, thanks. You're welcome. Martellus, this guy is a publisher. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You guys got any more questions, man? If you guys don't have any more questions, I'll get off here. I won't waste no more of your time. It's 11 o'clock, so it's coming up to lunchtime. Publishing prices, I don't have publishing prices per se. I sign guys to my publishing company, and then we publish their music, and we make money with sync and songs and stuff like that. And our publishing get a share of that particular project. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I'm utilizing my resources to make money for my people, so we get a cut of the money that comes in. Smooth as Ice says, great info. Any advice for aspiring mixing engineers as well? Yes, I do. You guys are the core behind great music. You are the essence of great music. Hone in on your skill, find your presets, establish your own mixing style. Lock in on your presets. Okay, what I mean is when you're into a studio session, if you're using your board, no one touches it. If you have your presets inside of your software, whatever you may be using, you lock them in, save them, back up your stuff. But understand one simple thing, that you guys are the heart of great music. Your mixes is what creates that sound. Without a great mixing engineer or mastering engineer, half the stuff we hear wouldn't be worth listening to, because when you just all jumble it into one pot, like gumbo is just a mixed up hot mess. So understand that about your craft. Understand the importance that you have in the music industry. Understand that you make or break people's careers, and make sure that you are a master at your craft. Make sure you know your craft in and out. And that's the best advice I can give you. Ja Rose, what's going on, Ja Rose? Okay. All right, Ja. Email me, man. You got my email address, musicmillionaires@gmail.com. Black Fence MG101. All the emails are popping up on my screen right here that I'm looking at you guys. So I can see the emails coming in. I just can't answer them right now because I'm on the live stream, and I don't want to click away from here. But I'll definitely check it out, and I'll reply to all the emails that I get. I always reply to you guys. Never been an asshole, so I reply. I may not reply fast, but I reply. Especially because I get 1,000 emails a day. But when I'm looking for you guys' emails, then I definitely go through it. Okay. Smooth as I say, thanks again. We'll keep tuning. Looking forward to working together soon. Thank you so much, brother. Look forward to working with you as well. Got a taste of radio 2 times, but now the artists that are established on radio locally just expect for me to just send them beats and not starting off talking about pay. How do you handle that situation? Christopher, if you have music playing, hopefully you had it filed with your PRO. I mean, none of it matters if you don't file with your PRO because them radio spins generate money for you. Secondly, you only can do it once. You know what I mean? They can't keep expecting, you know what I mean? It's business. How about that? You know, tell them let's work out something. They give you a flat rate. You can bang out beats. There's many different ways you can handle it. But, you know, they gave you a flat rate for a month. You know what I mean? They paid some bills for you for a month. You bang out some tracks with the agreement that, of course, you still get your back end's money. They can't claim any rights to the back end of your money. But there's just many ways. You're going to have to be creative about it. But if you've already given them something for free and they want something for free, you're not losing nothing. You get what I'm saying? If you don't place another song with them, they're not paying you. You're not losing nothing. You know what I mean? Unless you're promoting and tagging your music and you're getting, you know, more business coming in off of it. But if you're not generating any money off of it, and if they're not generating any other leads for you, then you just gotta, you know, you gotta cut that loss, bro. You know what I mean? Again, this is a business, guys. This is a business. Asset or liability. Asset or liability. That's all we have in this music business. Something either gonna work for you or it's gonna hurt you. Okay? So make sure you remember that. Okay, so WJ Walker says, we're going to reword it. Basically, is it better to try and market music for commercial use, or should I market towards up-and-coming artists? Which one is more effective at getting noticed and making some cash? Commercial use. You can absolutely have no damn placements in the music world or the artist world, music artist world, and you can still ink commercial deals. You can get commercial deals all day. TV placements, you can get commercial leads, you can get jingles, you can do all that. And if you just got great music, they'll jump on it, and it doesn't matter whether you've got a placement. So I would go commercial route for any up and coming producers who might want to know. Dre One Beats. When's the next time you're going live? Don't know. I do this spontaneously a lot of times, guys. You know, like I'm for the moment, like if I feel like I got something to get off my chest, then I will do something like this. And I want to record a podcast at the same time I was doing a live video, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my podcast every Tuesdays live, but YouTube tends to demonetize them for some unknown reason. So it's just a spontaneous thing for me. All blogs, yes. Send to musicmillionaires, all one word, at gmail.com. Black Fencing, yes, I do listen to music too. Manuel Fox, I will send you the track when I get off today, good sir. Thank you, Manuel Fox, I appreciate you. WJ Walker, and last, what's the next contest or music submission for with Music Millionaires? Coming up real soon, bro. But if you do got music, I told you I have a channel that I just started, me and the guys, called Indie Goats. Go over to Indie Goats, look it up in the search, Indie Goats, and subscribe. And then that's where we'll be streaming you guys music and charting you. So it's the ideal and concept is that you guys send the music over, let people know what your music is, vote you up to chart you, and it's a great concept. You'll see. But go over to Indie Goats and on YouTube, and then subscribe, and then send me some music so I can check it out, guys. Cold Money beats Cody. All right. Martelli says, I'm only 16. I'm trying to get out there and establish my brand now, but it is too soon to do certain things, such as making a website, buying, leasing, selling my brand as a whole. Then get on YouTube and create a YouTube channel and start your promotion now. If it's too soon, start your promotion now, because it's never too late to start marketing. It's never too late, and it's never too soon to start marketing, guys. So always remember that no matter what your age is, start now, because if you're 16, by the time you turn 20, you should be on your A game, especially if you are teaching on showing people the evolution of Martellus. You understand the evolution of a 16-year-old developing into the next great rapper or songwriter or producer. Show that, because people like to see that, especially younger children your age and even adults. You know what I mean? We are entertained by it as well. So start your marketing now. So Dion McBean says, when it comes to publishing and you buy an exclusive beat, how does that get split, or does that get split between write and beat maker, or what? Okay, so when you buy an exclusive beat, the split is automatic with the producer. The producer automatically gets 50%. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. You retain your 50% as the writer. Okay, so there's 100% of the music. 50% goes to the writer or writers. 50% goes to producer or co-producers. So you never have to worry about that aspect of it. And the publishing is automatically acquired by the publishing company based on the agreement that they have with the particular writer. If you tend to be a writer with a track record or producer with a track record, then you most of the time, if you already banging out hits, the publishing company doesn't mind splitting the publishing with you, because they know they're going to recoup it off of the amount of monies and work that you're going to bring in. But if you are a lesser known producer or writer and you are not established, then they tend to keep 50% of the publishing instantly as well. But the 50% automatic goes to both parties. Black Fencing just did it. I just subbed to it, bro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Cold Money Beats. Cody, thanks for all the info. I just started to put myself out there. Good job, Cody. Thank you so much. Samantha Sensei, what was that? Indie Goats? Yes, Indie Goat, sister. Let me see if I can pull up here. No, it doesn't have a goat head logo. It should. You should see. It just has a banner that says Indie Goats, and the backdrop is like maroon or red, and it has like fans in the background with their hands up. Okay? BK Bangers. What's going on, family? Peace and blessings to you, BK Bangers. Long-time friend and partner, man. Really enjoy it. And if you guys haven't been by BK Bangers, stop by his channel as well, because he does a lot of tutorials teaching you guys production tips and stuff like that on Persona Studios. And he has a bunch of those tutorials on our website as well, on my channel, that you can check out in my video playlist. Black Fencing, you're going to be sending over your music to us, and we're going to be streaming music live. If you have a music video, we're going to be doing videos live. We're going to be doing it by genre as well. So if you're in a particular genre, we're going to be running the genres. And then there'll be a playlist of each and every music producer and the title of their track. There'll be a link to your YouTube website or wherever you want it to be. And then there'll be a poll that people can vote to bring you up on the charts. That's how Indie Goats will go. Rozzy Rockstar, I released an album via CD Baby, and my songs are not on my BMI account. Do I have to register the works manually, as with Sound Exchange as well? Rozzy Rockstar, yes, you have to literally register your music. BMI does not know, and they have hundreds of thousands, if not a million, songwriters and producers and composers. There's no possible way for them to know that your music is published and that you release your music. So you have to go in and manually register them. Again, this is what publishing companies do as well. Once you send over your publishing company, your music, and the metadata for it, they'll go in and register it for you. But yes, you have to manually do it. Man was beat. So when is this stream? My bad, SG. I'm at my 9-to-5 call center. I get it, bro. I get it. You know, we got to talk about that, bro. We got to change something, bro. We got to get something changed, man. You can't be at 9-to-5. This need to be your 9-to-5. This got to be your 9-to-5 right here, man. Black Fenceman, thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much. You guys ever see that? Y'all ever see this, huh? Got a ton of this stuff around here. Y'all see that? That's my fat ass. That's when I knew I was fat, right? Or big boned. Because look how big Dre is. Look at me standing beside him. I was at his house. He was doing Super Bowl. Yeah. Anyway. Guys, you got any more questions? We done here? We good? You guys got any more questions for me? Come on. YouTube channel, Cold Money. It's a YouTube channel called Indie Goats. Actually, Ninth Ward Production, I'm not from South Carolina. Originally, I'm from Florida, but I have an office near Augusta / South Carolina. That's the best way to say it. But we're in between Savannah, Augusta, and you know, I just wear the daggum hat because of the college. The college has a athletic department that does soccer and football and stuff like that. My son is into soccer, football, and it's Salkehatchie Indians or something like that. So I just support them because of that. King Yata says, I can't find Indie Goats. Let me see if I can find it for you real quick, brother, and give it to you. It should be fairly easy. And if anybody have already subscribed to the channel, has found Indie Goats, just put the links in the description if you don't mind, or I can do it now. Let me do it this way, guys, real quick. Let me just switch over. Switch accounts real quick. So I'm going to switch accounts real quick, guys, and then send you guys the link so that you can subscribe. All right. Ew, didn't that come to let me do it? That's crazy. It's my damn channel. Let's see. I think this is it right here, guys. I think this should let me do it this time. Let me see. That's it. That's the channel for Indie Goats, guys, right there. All right. Black Fence Mag, I just saw it come up on the screen. Thank you. Let me go back up real quick and answer some more questions. And I appreciate this, guys. I really like being on here answering you guys' questions and being able to help you, man. So, Samantha Sensei. Cold Money Beats. True, bro. I'm trying to make this my 9 to 5. I know that's right. Beats by 7. Beats by 7 to God. Excuse me. See, did I miss something? I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything, guys, real quick. All right, so Rozzy Rockstar asks a question that you guys need to know as well. I am a self-contained artist, so when I register my songs, should I take 100% of the writer's credit and 100% of publishing, or leave some publishing for a publisher? No, you take both of them, but you also have to make sure that you put the music producer in place. And if you are that producer or composer, then you take 100% of everything when it comes to the music royalties. But you got to have a publishing company set up. I would suggest having a publishing company set up legitimately, okay? LLC, all that good stuff, because they'll cut that check to whatever said publishing company that you claim, and if you can't cash that check, you're sitting on a check you can't cash till you get your bank account and everything set up. All right. How important is upgrading recording equipment, and what's a good price range to spend on? All right, Martellus, upgrading your recording equipment should be as simplistic. Listen, if you have, and that's a great question, by the way, as well. That's a great question from a 16-year-old. If you have the proper equipment, if you have the proper mics, really upgrading is not needed. And I'll tell you why. I've seen, and there is ample examples where people are still using inboxes to record. You get what I'm saying? The most important thing that you want to make sure is always upgraded is your recording software, or any beat making software, and things like that. Because oftentimes upgrading and or updating allows any bugs or any new features that they may have added to be put into the software. Sometimes it can work against you as well, because a lot of times they may try to force you to pay for something else, and when you upgrade it, then you wind up paying for it. But when it comes to your software, always be upgrading your software, firmware, things of that nature. Physical recording equipment per se, not necessarily so, because if you got a great condenser mic, and you got your popper stopper, and you have your shield, your recording shield and sound blocker, which is what I mean by recording shield, and you got a good mixing board, or a good mixer, or a good MIDI interface or controller, there's really no need to record. I see a lot of people do that. I see a lot of people upgrade when they don't need to upgrade. But if you are looking to further your either recording process, or you're looking to do more, and you feel limited based on the equipment you have, then do it as necessary. Do it as your skill level change. Do it as you find yourself want to expand your talent. Do it that way, but don't just go all in and record every year, or not record, or upgrade every year, or buy new equipment every 6 months. It's not needed. If you have the money to do it, do it. I mean, if you literally have the finances to do something like that, and you tend to be one of those people that want to upgrade your equipment every 3 months or 6 months, or every time something new come out and you can do it and can afford it, do it. You know what I mean? But I just don't see it necessarily needed at times. Don't fix something that's not broke. King Yata, Everyday Masters. Nikki Wicks. Hey, Nikki Wicks is who I told you guys from Ireland, man, that sent me some fire reggae music. Fire reggae music. You think I'm joking? Try 'em. Nikki, I'm glad you're in here, man. Peace and blessings, bro. I'm glad you're in the thing. We're gonna meet up, bro. If you're gonna be in Miami, we definitely need to meet up and try to make it work some kind of way. All right. Jack Bauer says, Martellus, high quality multi-core CPU and lots of RAM. Well, I mean, if the question is about upgrading your CPU or your computer, then yes, you always need enough RAM memory. You can never have enough RAM memory, and also external hard drives. Guys, if you don't invest in nothing else, buy hard drives, buy backup hard drives. You need great hard drives. Let me see something real quick. Put another link in this for you guys. Rozzy Rockstar, now I'm registered writer on BMI, but I'm not a publisher. Can be a publisher and a writer on BMI simultaneously, seeing how I can only collect royalties from one PRO. Not necessarily true. You can actually have a publishing company on both platforms. I think you can have it on both PROs, so that's not necessarily true. Hey, Nick, more than welcome, bro. I told you when I emailed you, love the music, man. Love the music. King Yata said, I'm from Miami, bro. I gotta go down to Miami sometime soon. My family's down there. King Yata, you should be familiar with the Seminoles and the Mikosukis. But my cousin is down there. He runs the Mikosukis down there in the bottom. What is it? Ochapi. That's where he's at, Ochapi. But I got family as well that's down there too. So I'll be in Miami soon. I'm trying to make it work when Nikki Wicks is down there so we can meet up. Hard drives are, you know, Glyph hard drives. I haven't heard any complaints on them. You always know a good hard drive based on price. That's the easiest way to say it. You always know. Yes, the Ninth Warrior Productions. Jack Bauer, what's PRO? Performing Rights Organizations. PROs are basically the ones who collect your royalties for you, your mechanical royalties, your performing rights royalties, and things like that. So they're the ones who actually go out and license your music to radio stations, things of that nature and caliber. So the best way to just say it is they're the guys who represent you to all the other agencies that might want to use your music on TV, film. They're the ones that say, hey, we need to get this money for our client. So, Samantha Sensei, you know, I actually had an offer to come to London with Music Gateway. They told me whenever I'm ready to come over. So I might come to London. I have to have a reason though, Samantha. I have to have a bunch of London artists and followers over there so I can host a conference or something to meet with you guys and get it done. I do know I have quite a few overseas followers, a lot of EU followers. I don't know necessarily if they're all from London, but I would love to come to London just to chop it up and sit down and help you. And even bang out some tracks with you guys or do something. Mix, engineer, session, don't matter. Would love to do it. Christopher takes, I hate Seagate and Western Digital hard drives. Damn, when you say that, and I got a Seagate right here. I don't like Western Digital though. I really don't like Western Digital. Oh, I know what I'm doing. There we go. So let me, while I'm thinking about this, let me put this in there. If you guys, because this helps me out when we do this, guys, but if you guys would, if you need something, where is it at? Real quick, guys, hold on. Find it. I can't find the damn thing. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to get back to your questions. I'm just trying to find this daggum link. Okay. Is that it? And guys, keep posting your questions. And I'll come back to them in short. There it goes. All right. All right. Anytime you guys need anything, click on that link right there, and whatever you purchase from Amazon, we'll get a piece of it. It's better than you guys having to go and spend money you don't want on consultation, things like that. But this helps me keep this channel up. So if you need something, go to the Amazon link I just put in there, and you can do it. Yes, Ninth Warrior Productions. I did mention Sound Exchange earlier in this particular video, so I agree with you 100%. Sound Exchange, guys, if you don't know who Sound Exchange is, and Samantha Sensei, you definitely need to know this as well. Sound Exchange is one of the best places to actually get your digital monies and royalties. So for example, YouTube or anywhere else online that's streaming your music, they deal with all the digital royalties that is owed to you. And anytime any of your music is streamed online, that's who you want to go to, because what we've come to find out is that BMI and ASCAP don't necessarily have or can actually monetize that. Now, I do know they're monetized and they can get money from YouTube and stuff like that, but I don't think they cover all of the digital aspects of where royalties would be waiting for you. So Sound Exchange, what the brother put on there is exactly right. The great place to sign up and achieve digital money. As a matter of fact, I did a video on, matter of fact, if you're not familiar, there's a video on my site called $5 Billion Waiting for You, and it talks about Sound Exchange and how Sound Exchange goes out and is waiting, has money actually waiting for a lot of artists. So if you did a project or a production on somebody and if they did what's right by you, they actually put your name in the credits as a producer or artist, then you could have money waiting for you at Sound Exchange now. And they have a database. Yeah, forgive me, I'm losing my voice. They have a database that is that shows who money is owed to, and you guys may be a part of it. So yes, Sound Exchange is a great place for you guys to go and get your digital royalties. Thank you so much, brother. Martellus says that I'm just using a Dell laptop as of now, but should I upgrade to a Mac or just find something that has the needed RAM and CPU? But depending on the type of Dell laptop you have, as long as you don't have one of them limited edition cheap laptops, you should be able to upgrade the CPU and the RAM memory in it. But worst case scenario, Mac is, you can never go wrong with the Mac at all. Okay, Mac is great. The problem though with Macs is, there are pros and cons, is not all software is compatible to it. So like if you're using Pro Tools, you're good. But not all software, there's not always an iOS version for the Mac of every software that's out there, or a certain software that you're using. So that's the downside to that. But you can't go wrong when it comes to processing speed and functionality. You know, it's real great. Okay, Nikki Wicks, gotcha. Mims Beat. If you haven't signed up with DistroKid, definitely go into the description and sign up with DistroKid. Matter of fact, I'll put it, because I have it here. All right, so go there for DistroKid, man. But definitely sign up for DistroKid. Definitely sign up for Sound Exchange. Those are two places that you want to sign up for. With Sound Exchange, it's free to sign up, so there's no cost for you to sign up with them, so you lose nothing. See, thanks for recommending Sound Exchange. I'll look into how to subscribe. It's real free to do some out there. You don't have to worry, no worries on that. Okay. All right, guys, you guys got questions now? Come on, let's go. Let's go. I'm on here. This is the longest I've ever done a live chat, man, and have this great quality too. So I'm gonna thank Apple. Unless if they're not watching, I'm gonna thank Apple for producing some great damn product, because clearly my Android phone was not capable of giving me this great quality. Now I know we had some hiccups at the very beginning, but we worked through it. All right, so real quick, Jonathan Rose, Ja Rose, I have your email address. Black Fence, I have your communication. Samantha, I got you as well. Christopher, I got you as well, just to let you guys know. If anybody else sent me emails and I didn't get it, I'm checking my spam folder now. Okay, I don't see anything else. Okay. All right. DistroKid or 1 RPM for streaming services? Tice the Creeper. Tice, I have heard not too good stories for 1 RPM. I have not heard anything good for 1 PM. 1 RPM. I can't recommend that. DistroKid I can recommend because I use it myself. You know what I mean? So again, I recommend DistroKid all day, man. Reputable company, and you know, they're good. But I haven't heard anything good about 1 PM. The Ninth Warrior Production asks, who's the best for publishing administrator? It's a lot. You have Cobalt. You have a ton, bro. Blue Water. But a lot of these agencies are very picky about who they do publishing administration for. Like we use Blue Water. Blue Water has a deal with me, so it's just hard to say. It's just hard to say. You're going to have to find out the right pick for yourself. So Christopher Tate, yeah. DistroKid, man, is the best, man. Niels SCT GUI says, what is the best way to start selling beats? The best way to start selling beats is not to sell them at all, is to give them away. And give them away to songwriters and rappers to reference your music. That's the best way. Once you get a reference, guys, let me say this to you producers. Once you can get someone to write on your music for free, and the deal should be to allow you to be able to preview their music or to feature their music on your website. Once you get that, what you need to do is on your website, you need to say, here basically you want to say, here are the credits. You use those people, that free beats, people that you are using, giving the free beats away. You want to use their references as your credits, and you want to allow other rappers and singers and songwriters to hear how your music flowed with a particular artist. But you want to make sure it's mixed right. You want to make sure it's mastered. You don't want to just put. It's easier for artists and rappers to formulate why I should buy your music if they hear somebody else on your music. If they see a ton of people on your music, it's a no-brainer. Like, yo, everybody that's doing music is buying this cat's music, right? So to them, they're like, he got to be fly. So when you have all these free references, and say, I'm giving you guys a jewel, when you have all these people that you gave them free references to or free music to reference your music, non-exclusive, of course, not exclusive, and then someone goes to your website and then they're looking at all of these music placements that you have, they're going to automatically think these people bought your music. So they're going to buy it. Oh, $20? No problem. $40? No problem. $80? No problem. Because look at his track record. Look at everybody that's referencing his or her music. So that's how you do it, brother. Black House Production. Is it wise to give a distributor company my first debut music video as against putting it on my channel, which I do not have followers to date for? Who are you talking about for as a distribution? Who are you talking about as a distributor, per se, Basketball House Production? You got to be more clear. Email me. Email me. That'll be better. In case you don't want to put your business out there, email me at Music Millionaires, and then I can answer that for you. Christopher Tate, you're more than welcome, brother. Peace. No, I haven't used the Adams T7V monitors yet. I haven't at all. Members Beat, I think I may make the stream available offline to watch. Yes, I think I may. I had to stop my podcast stream. Christopher Tate, do you recommend taxi publishing as well? Here's my thing. If you have the money to pay taxi yearly, yes. Will you necessarily get placements with taxi? No, because if your music isn't a fit, then it's not going to work out. I'm just not a firm believer, and maybe I need to sit down and talk to taxi. Maybe they need to tell me their what you call their dang it. Maybe they need to tell me what their mission statement is, how they work, how they move. But just the cost alone with taxi is like it bothers me, and it bothers me because when you spend that much money and you're not guaranteed to get any placements, it just bothers me. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure because they are the one providing you the placement, that they are going to, you know, get a percentage of, you know, your fees. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. But you know who I recommend 100%, as far as just the cost alone and what they're offering, is Music Gateway. Music Gateway is great. I've just put the link in the chat for you guys. I would do Music Gateway versus taxi, a lot cheaper. To me, I'm real big on, if I'm spending money, I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on something that's not for sure. That's just me, guys. You know what I'm saying? So. Tice the Creeper says, my engineer uses DistroKid as well. Good. Beats by Seven to God. What are some good music blogs to submit music to for promotion? It's a ton of them. It's a ton of them. Hip Hop DX. It's just a slew of music blogs, and you can't go wrong at all, because what happens is it adds more relevance to your website. It adds more relevance to you. It's brand awareness. It is 100% just great marketing at its best. So you can't go wrong with whoever you use at, you know, 100%. I do know some blogs charge you, you know what I mean, to break you, because they understand that a lot of them have millions of subscribers, so they know they're literally breaking you, and some of it's worth it. It's worth paying for certain blogs to break your music, you know, but you gotta have everything in place when you do that, guys. You gotta have all your eggs in the basket. You gotta have everything ready. You know what I mean? When you do that, when you spend that money and when you promote through a blog that's charging you, you better have all your stuff together. You get what I'm saying? Everything. So, but I really can't give you a particular blog that's better than one, better than the next. Jack Bauer, just right now, the fact, Jack Bauer, just to answer his question is, you mentioned about creating a YouTube page for marketing. How? Real easy. Just create a YouTube page. Go in there, create a channel, name it. You know what I'm saying? You can do Jack Bauer Music. You know what I mean? Or whatever your production company music is. The easiest way to do it is teach, educate, you know what I mean, people, or share part of your life. You know what I mean? As a music producer, we love to see each other's lives. You know, I'm trying to get a little better with that, because my day is so filled with things that I do. Some of it's not music related, and so like within this day and this time frame, after I get done with this, you know, we have to upload videos. We got to record more videos. Then I got to do some political stuff. So I have to, you know, talk with politicians and stuff like that. But that's a part of my day. So if you're sharing a part of your day with people on your YouTube video, that tends to attract people, because people want to see what you go through, especially if it's something that you can relate to. You know, how to get past a wife or a grandmother or a mother while trying to make beats and build a rap career. These are titles and ideas that people may want to know, but utilize it as a way to people to get a chance to know you as well. Again, don't just start cold calling. You know, if people come knock on your door trying to sell, back in the days, anybody that's my age and younger, you know for a fact that most people back in the days used to have the guys that would come to your house, just knock on your door, and they try to sell you a vacuum cleaner or some shit. You know, it's like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? But if you have a relationship with a person, it's easier for them to do that based on that. You know what I mean? So do it that way. Hold on, guys. Be right back. She coming now. No. So she coming. Oh, okay. She coming. 2079 says, signed up through your link. Things are going well, working on promoting and marketing. Good, Dewan 2079. I appreciate that so much. Christopher Tate says, catalog is ready, but just got to finish up this business stuff, producing for 12 years now. Good thing, Christopher Tate. Appreciate you.
Daddy.
Why you with? Why you with? Go on. Come on. Say hey to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. It's one of the reasons why I do what I do. Besides all the wet shirt stuff. Your hair look crazy. Your mama into your hair. Catalog is ready, but just got to finish up this business stuff producing. Okay, I read that up part. Smooth as Ace, LOL. Jack Byers, thanks. No problem, guys. You're more than welcome. Hopefully, you just gonna spit like that. Maybe if I drink some more coconut water. That's probably why I'm losing my voice, guys, huh? Alright, guys. If you don't have any more questions, me and my baby here, we're gonna be done. I'm chewing on coconut pulp too, so I just realized that I'm drinking and y'all see me chewing. But if you don't have any more questions, guys, let me know. We can end this particular session. I appreciate you guys being on here for as long as you have been. I'm glad you guys came in on the live stream. Care about your business. You're a new subscriber. I appreciate you guys for subscribing. Hopefully I was able to answer all of you guys' questions properly and was clear. And if you guys have anything that you think you want to share with me, or you want to email me at musicmillionaires@gmail.com. Send me tracks over if you want me to feature your music on Indie Goats. This guy. If you guys want to feature your music on Indie Goats, send me over your music, and then we'll send you over agreement later on, just basically authorizing us to use your music and using our channel. But make sure if you haven't, make sure you go over there and subscribe to Indie Goats. I put the link in the chat below. I mean, in the thing. If I knew what I need to do, I should have did, guys. I should have just probably put it in the description, huh? Let me do this. I'm gonna put it in the description. While I'm thinking about it,